All right. I I don't really have a rant here today. I'm not overly angry. I'm not steamed about this loss overall really. I don't have a rant today because I knew that this San Diego team was coming in playing very good football. I'm sorry, Los Angeles. My God, how many times am I going to do that? Los Angeles Chargers. I knew they were playing really good football coming in here. I knew they had won 4 in a row, now 5 in a row. So I got no rant in me about this loss. But the way it went down was not exactly what I had in mind when I was thinking about this game. So I'm going to try to talk about this game in a way that makes sense because a lot of the things I saw out there today did not make a lot of sense to me. So let's start with our defense. As you guys know, if you watch my videos, I have not been drinking the Kool-Aid on this defense because deep down I know that we don't have a very good pass rush. And in this NFL, this modern NFL, with what quarterbacks are doing right now, if you do not have a great pass rush, you are not a great defense. Eventually, you will play teams that make you pay for that. And today, we didn't have much of a pass rush until the fourth quarter when Clark and Reed both got in there for sacks. That big deal sacks, don't get me wrong. Those sacks kept us in this game in the fourth quarter, but it's not a great defense if you can't get after the passer. And for 3 quarters today, we really did not get after Rivers. And we paid for it. We gave up 2 long touchdown, or not long, but we gave up 2 touchdown passes in situations where we had the opportunity to force them to kick field goals with their very bad field goal kicker. We had opportunities to get pressure on Rivers so he couldn't find Keenan Allen wide open on those crossing routes that he's so good at. We had the opportunity to, prevent a 3rd and 15 conversion, which really jump-started everything that San Diego did on offense. But despite that, and I don't really know how it happened. I watched this whole game. I'm still trying to figure it out. Even though we couldn't rush the quarterback, even though we didn't tackle very well, we got gashed in the run. Melvin Gordon averaged 7 yards a carry, and it would have been 8 if it wasn't for garbage time where it was just running to the pile over and over. Keenan Allen killing us on crossing routes, like I said. Somehow this defense gives up 19 points. Now, don't get me wrong, I know. We can thank Caleb Sturgis for a lot of that. He left at least 5 points out there, maybe 6 if you count the 2-point conversion they bricked because of him. But still, I didn't see a lot of resistance from this defense on a lot of plays, and yet they did just enough to get off the field a few times. So somehow, even though I think Rivers, watching the game, played really well, and even though Los Angeles, I'll get it eventually, Los Angeles ran all over us, like I said, 7 yards a carry, somehow they didn't light up the scoreboard all game. 19 points on offense. So they're doing something right. I get that. I say that, some of the stuff that the defense does out there does hurt us. When we force the Chargers to start a drive inside their own 5 or 10 yard line and they're getting the ball out to midfield and then they punt it, that's a problem. Even if they don't score points, it is still something that is helping us lose. So I'm not going to sit here and say that the defense did amazing just because the Chargers didn't score a ton of points. I think Dixon was very, very helpful to our defense in that regard. But I have to say, this defense played well enough to get a win today. And as someone who is still somewhat critical of them because I know the problems they have, I saw McDougald get hurt. I saw Tederick get hurt. All that. And yet still, this defense found a way to keep the Seahawks in the game. I still don't totally know how it happened, but I'm sure that it did happen. I was watching the whole thing. So, hats off to the defense for probably doing about as good as I can expect. I can't expect much more from those guys, but I was expecting more from this offense. That's where my disappointment is. I'm not going to rant and rave about it. Maybe they deserve it. I don't know, but I'm not going to rant. I'm not going to lose my mind about it. But I'll say this. when Chris Carson got hurt and left this game after he had a pretty good start to this game, when DJ Fluker left later in this game, and when I don't know if Wilson got hurt or if he was just bleeding a little bit. I don't know. But when I saw all that, I was like, okay, this is going to be tough. Okay, I get it. I understand that. And I'm not going to act like that I need to crucify this offense because they struggled a bit in a game where they lose their best running back, one of their best offensive linemen. Okay. I know we're playing a good defense too, by the way. The Chargers have a good defense, even without Joey Bosa. They got a lot of good players. But I got problems with the way this game was called from the coaches, and I got problems with the way some of these players performed because, look, this is why, and you guys may have noticed this about me in the last 4 weeks where the offense has looked good. I still haven't said anything positive about Schottenheimer, and this is why. This game, I saw nothing from the Brian Schottenheimer offense that makes me think, yeah, I want that around for another 5 years or something. I saw, because while this offense has looked good for the last few weeks, we have an offense right now that only looks good when they stay on time. A penalty on our offense, and it seems like you can kind of forget about it. A negative play, we just kind of pack it up and go home. And that's a problem in this NFL. That is a problem. And it's especially a problem when you have a veteran quarterback. So I have to go back to some of the things I was saying over a month ago, after the Bears game and the Broncos game and even the Cardinals game a little bit, where, yes, this offense is doing some good things under Schottenheimer. We are running the ball better, even today, by the way, where we lose our best running back and we still have some success running the ball. It's not great, but even without Chris Carson, we got decent production from Mike Davis. Wilson had some good runs. We're not going to talk about Penny because, okay, 4th down Rams. I got to watch this. 4th and 2. Down go the final undefeated. Maybe. I don't know why I make these videos while good games are on, but I can't help myself. And I want to go eat. Oh, okay, game over. Yokes Saints. Okay. I understand that, but where is everything else on this offense? Because right now I see when we get behind the sticks, we don't have any plan or any potential to make up for it. When we're in passing situations, it seems like we don't know what we're doing. When Wilson gets pressure on him, he looks lost. So there's so much missing from this offense, and I have to put a lot of it on Schottenheimer. So we can run the ball as good as we want to run the ball for the rest of the season. We can run for 200 yards a game. I'll be excited about that, but I still see what this offense doesn't have as much as I see what they do have. And today we ran the ball pretty successfully. I believe we did some of the things that Pete Carroll and Brian Schottenheimer want us to do, but we're just missing the ability to go pick up a 2nd and 20 or put us in a position to convert a 3rd and 15. We had a 3rd and 18 early in this game, and we ran the ball up the middle. We gave up. The Chargers had a 3rd and 15 early in the game. They threw a bomb and picked it up and scored a touchdown later. You watch offenses across the NFL right now, and I know some of them are the best offenses in the league. I'm not going to say that I need the Seahawks team to be the best offense in the league, but for us to not even take shots. I mean, we had a 2nd and 24 in the 3rd quarter, I think, and we just ran the ball up the gut, made it 3rd and 24, dumped it off for a couple yards for the punt. I don't see other teams in the NFL giving up on 2nd and 24. Or the teams that do have quarterbacks named Sam Darnold and Josh Allen and Josh Rosen. They don't have veteran quarterbacks in their prime who are getting paid $20 million, and we're treating them like a rookie. So that's a problem. The last couple of offensive drives of the game, especially the second to last one, where, you know, we're in a hurry, we're down 2 scores, we have 3 timeouts, there's still time, but we got to move, we got to hustle. We're jogging up to the offensive line, the line of scrimmage. We're running the ball up the middle on 3rd down. We're running plays that are meant to pick up 5 or 6 yards if they're successful. It seems like we don't have a plan. We don't have a playbook for when we're down at the end of a game, or when we need to pick up big yards, or when we need a long third down conversion. It seems like we're not even trying in those circumstances. We would rather just stick to our plan, which is, run, and then pass when you have to. And I understand that's what Pete Carroll wants. I understand that's what Schottenheimer is told to do. I get that. And I will get behind it when I see successful things, but I will continue to say that I don't believe you can get to the top of the NFL playing football like that on offense. So nothing that happens is going to make me fall in love with this style of offense, even when it's successful, because there's just something missing. And today we had multiple penalties on our offensive line, false starts, holdings, etc. And for me, when we have those penalties, it seems like we just give up on the drive. 3rd and 13, we're not even going to take a shot. 2nd and 20, let's just pack it up and punt. I know we have a good punter, but I have to question the mentality that leads us into thinking that the drive is just dead just because things didn't start the way we wanted to. So we can run the ball for 400 yards next week. I'm still going to say, this offense is not the offense that I would like to have on my team. It's the offense that we have. I can deal with it. But when the offseason comes around, I'm going to be saying, hey, can we fix this? All right, and now we got to get to the players. It's, again, I hate to do it. Wilson played terrible today. The numbers are not going to look that bad, although 6 yards, he averaged, I think, 6 yards per throw, which is not good. The pick was one of the worst he's ever thrown, just bad. And we really could have used that pick back at the end of this game when we were trying to go win it. Obviously, he made some good plays on the last 2 drives of the game, although he did waste a lot of time on some of those plays, which is, confounding to me. He's been in this league long enough. He knows better than that. He missed Tyler Lockett on a 3rd and 8, almost threw a pick. Just missed Lockett by 5 yards. He had Jaron Brown for a 50-yard touchdown and just completely underthrew him for no reason. He looked lost whenever he got pressured. It was not a good game by him. He did do some things at the end of this game that made things look a little better in the box score, but I was not impressed. To me, if you're going to blame any one particular player, it has to start with him. I know that the offensive line obviously lost a little something when Fluker went out, and that trickled down to the whole rest of the team. We didn't protect as well. We didn't run as well. Nothing. But this was a game where we needed a big-time performance from Wilson because Carson got hurt, and we got small time, in my opinion. That first drive, thing of beauty. We're doing everything that we want to do on offense, but I needed my quarterback to be able to say, hey, we picked up a penalty at 2nd and 20. We're going to get this first down. Not every time, but sometimes. I need a quarterback who can say, I'm going to make a couple of big plays in this game to make up for the fact that we're struggling to chip away like we like to. I'm going to hit a 60-yard touchdown pass to Jaron Brown to make sure that we don't have penalties that ruin my drive that I want to go 5 yards at a time. So, yeah, I can't, do anything too extreme about Wilson right now because he has played well the last few weeks. But that was not good, and it's put us in a more difficult situation going forward. And I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Referees can eat my ass. I mean, my God. And I'm not even saying it was all about, us. There was some stuff that went against San Diego that I didn't agree with either. But that was the first Seahawks game I've watched this year where I was like, wow, these referees have no idea what they're doing. That first half, the OPI on David Moore, just fuck you. Fuck you. Give me a break, dude. I remember when Jermaine Kearse got called for that every single time, and now they're just going to do it to him. I don't know how Tyrell wasn't called out on the sideline either, but whatever. And, I'll give you this. Derwin James got hit with leading with a, unnecessary roughness call that I thought was kind of crap. But, yeah, I wasn't thrilled with that. I think they really kept our offense out of the game in the first half. I might be singing a different tune if we get a touchdown on that one drive where Seabass missed the field goal. Maybe we win this game. I don't know. But that shit wasn't right. I don't like it. but I like what I saw from my offense even less. Big shouts to Bobby Wagner, actually, by the way. I want to throw that one out there. Incredible game by Bobby. All right. This was an opportunity for us to make sure we locked up a win in November. We didn't get it. Now next week we head into a buzzsaw maybe, and then we're going to have to find a way to get that win against Green Bay, because an 0-4 November is not something that we are going to be able to come back from. I don't believe we're that good. All right. See y'all later. Might do Zodiac Age tonight. I don't know if I'm going to stream it, though, because I'm just grinding. But might see you guys then. Peace.